All right, welcome back, everybody. Michael Bacher here from the Logical Game Show, and today we have a review of Kena Bridge of Spirits. Now, it's been a while, but Ember Labs finally brought its hit to Xbox. Initially released back on PlayStation in 2021, Kena Bridge of Spirits re-delivers its beauty and fun to Xbox users. Now, it's a rare feat for games nowadays to possess high-end quality in the four major areas of story, combat, exploration, and visuals. Kena Bridge of Spirits, however, manages to pull that off amazingly. It's even more incredible when you realize that this is the first game ever released by Ember Labs. Now, in the game we play as Kena. She's a young girl spirit guide who helps deceased spirits find their way to the afterlife. We meet many people along the way who need our help. Some come in the form of bosses where we have to help them fight their inner demons. Sometimes we have to help Kena fight their inner demons. And beating them allows the spirit to proceed to the afterlife and us to proceed further into the story. Now, the graphics are what stand out right away in the game. With a background in animation, Ember Labs, after all, they're no strangers to video games. They have made a Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask fan film, after all. Now, they brought out their true detail in the environment and background. Water physics flow beautifully as it bangs off a cliffside. The trees blow in the winds. The trees blow in the wind and wave in the wind, and the character's level of detail is impeccable. Now, visually, Kena Bridge of Spirits is exactly how I remember it. It begs you to explore the world. It fits perfectly with the story, and seeing as your journey is a more linear one, set up in an open type world, it allows you to explore exactly what you need to do, but never really get lost. You're always able to make your way back and find exactly what you need to do. And of course, there's plenty of side activities and things and collectibles to find along the way. The best part is that true to the exploration setup, Kena has the help of the rot to help her. Now, as gross as that sounds, it's the total opposite. In the game, the rot are these cute little black furball creatures that follow us around. You use them to help solve puzzles, help in the traversal of the environment, even help you in combat at different times. And the best part is we're clearing away the corruption. And the corruption in the game is part of the game that blocks your progress. It's that area that comes up that you can't go any further. And once you beat certain enemies in the area, you're allowed to clear that corruption with the help of the rot. Now, these rots, they walk over the area and they help restore the area of the corruption by restoring the landscape to this lush, beautiful green areas and flowers blooming. And this is really where you see the level of animation and the skill in animation from Ember Labs. Is something so simple as a flower blooming and grass growing is so much detail in it that it's actually a marvel to look at. It's almost as if you're watching an actual flower bloom in real time. Is how realistic it looks. And combat, on the flip side of that, I also have to say I really love. It's the perfect blend of difficulty. It isn't downplayed or minimized because of the graphics. There's multiple difficulty setups, from story mode to an insane level you unlock once you beat the game. And using the rock creatures is really fun as well in combat. You can merge them into different weapons, act like a hammer against certain bosses as you progress, and you get more and more as you go on. Exploration-wise is also really where the power of the Xbox Series X is really shown off. The frame rate's impeccable in performance mode. It's damn near 60 frames per second the whole time, and there's definite improvements over the PlayStation version as well. One thing I noticed was Kena's body animations while jumping. It's one of those setups where you automatically grab out of ledges when you jump. But on the Xbox Series X version, when she pulls herself up from the ledge, you see all her independent muscle groups working independently. Shoulders, elbows, everything moving independently from pulling herself up. That wasn't in the PlayStation version. When she pulled up, she more kind of just popped up as one, and that led to a choppier type feel just on a PlayStation version. That's not on the Series X version, and it really adds to a level of immersiveness and just goes to show the level of detail that Ember Labs is really looking at in order to make this game the best it can possibly be. It's a great little addition that really adds to the immersiveness of the game. Now, Kena Bridge of Spirits, again, it's not one of those games that just looks good but offers very little else. The combat's challenging, the story is a feel-good one, it's well hashed out. Even the music, as good as it is, doesn't get as much recognition as it needs. It's soothing when it needs to be at certain story parts, exciting when it needs to be at other combat parts, and everything in Kena Bridge of Spirits really works together quite brilliantly. And with a runtime of about 10 to 12 hours, it's the perfect setup for all gamers who want more to do after the main story. Hopefully its release on Xbox gets us a sequel. Either way, if we don't get Kena Bridge of Spirits 2, I'm excited to see what Ember Labs does next. Here at the Logical Gamer Show, we give Kena Bridge of Spirits on Xbox Series X a 9 out of 10, as it is the premier level in its genre of the exploration puzzle adventure games, where if you are a fan of this type of genre and setup, it is a guaranteed must play, and it is the peak of its genre. Kena Bridge of Spirits is the peak of its genre on Xbox Series X, and if you're a fan of this type of setup, you must play it, as once again, we here at the Logical Game Show give it a 9 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Make sure you tune in next time. Follow us on X at Logical Game Show, as well as our Rumble and YouTube page. Make sure you like and subscribe below for all those notifications. Tune in next time. Thanks a lot, everybody.